press club here in Geneva. So that's not the first time we have the pleasure to welcome Taiwanese delegates here for the WHO General Assembly. But today we have the pleasure to welcome Dr. Shih-Chung, Minister of Health and Welfare in Taiwan. We know that the health and welfare situation in Taiwan is especially good, and that's a good opportunity for us to welcome you, Mr. Minister. So now I would ask you to join me to sign our Golden Book. Before to give the floor to Mr. Moderator. Just here. So we will put... okay. Thank you. I will give you a little souvenir from Switzerland. That's a cartoon, yes, collection of design, from the press. So thanks. And now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Moderator, who will manage this press meeting. So thanks again. Just to speak, you don't need to move this, only press the button for the speakers. Just technical.
Yes, thank you. Just because I'm shorter, so I want to move the microphone to me a little bit closer. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Director of the Geneva Press Club. Thank you, Minister, for coming forward for the book signing. My name is Dr. Yijun Philip Lo. I am the Deputy Director General of Taiwan Centers for Disease Control under Ministry of Health and Welfare. It's my pleasure to moderate the International Press Conference this afternoon. And you know that we rally here to advocate for Taiwan's inclusion into the World Health Assembly, which was just kicked off this morning. And in 3 consecutive years, Taiwan has not received invitation that was supposed to be issued earlier this year. It's really regretful that in 3 consecutive years, WHO decided not to invite Taiwan to this very important global health event. So the purpose of this international press conference is really to tell the reason why Taiwan should be included and to explain why WHO should make the decision to exclude Taiwan in 3 consecutive years. Before the official launch of the International Press Conference, I have the pleasure to introduce you to focus on the screen, because in the next 5 minutes, you will see a very special videotape provided by the Presidential Hall of Taiwan. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen will deliver her remarks regarding the WHA event through this videotaped video. So let's look at the video and see what Dr. Tsai Ing-wen is going to bring the message to us. Please.
Hello, this is Tsai Ing-wen, President of Taiwan. Thank you all for being here. This week, delegations from around the world are in Geneva to discuss how to enhance global health security. But a global challenge needs a global team. And to have a truly global health network, Taiwan has to be included. We have the capacity, we have the resources, and we are already doing our part to make the world a healthier place, at home and abroad. The 23 million people of Taiwan enjoy one of the best national healthcare systems in the world. And many of our medical professionals are working thousands of miles from home, sharing their expertise in countries around the globe. And we are keen to do more to tackle global health challenges. Unfortunately, Taiwan was not invited to participate in the World Health Assembly this year. Our exclusion is not justified. The Global Health Network should not be limited by political agenda of a single country. Regardless, we remain committed to contributing to global health security, and we are grateful for the support we received this year from our international friends and medical organizations, as well as overseas Taiwanese communities around the world. Health for all is a powerful concept, but only if we work together to make it a reality. So, if you believe in that idea, please use your platform to speak up for Taiwan, because Taiwan can help. Thank you.
After watching this inspirational video, I would like to call upon the Minister of Health and Welfare, Dr. Chen Shih-Chung, and our distinguished guests to come over to the stage so we can start a press conference. And while the guests are moving on to the stage, just a few housekeeping messages for our journalists from over the world. Number one, if you are interested in the president's videotape, it's already posted on the president's Facebook. So if you Google President Tsai Ing-wen or Taiwan president, you'll find the Facebook and you'll find that video posted just, I think, immediately. And also after the remarks delivered by our minister and the distinguished guests, there will be Q&A session for journalists to raise questions. The question raised in English will be translated into Mandarin Chinese, and our distinguished guests and the minister will answer in the corresponding language and be translated as appropriate. Before inviting the minister to deliver his remarks, I'd like to introduce our distinguished guests here. First, Minister of Health and Welfare, Dr. Chen Shih-Chung. And the legislator and the president of Taiwan Medical Association, Dr. Qiu Taiyuan. Ambassador at Large, Dr. Wu Yingdong. President of Taiwan UN Alliance, Dr. Michael Tsai Mingxian. CEO of Foundation of Medical Professionals Alliance in Taiwan, Dr. Lin Shijia. President of North American Taiwanese Medical Association, Dr. Qiu Junjie Alex Qiu. And last but not the least, President of Honor of Association for Cooperation for Young French Taiwanese, Dr. Gilbert Shi Long. Okay, without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Chen Shih-Chung to deliver his remarks on Taiwan's WHO exclusion from the WHO.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all. Representing the Ministry of Health and Welfare and the 23 million people of Taiwan, we have traveled to Geneva to seek the international community's support for Taiwan's participation in the World Health Assembly, and to urge the World Health Organization to act in line with this year's WHO theme, Universal Health Coverage, leaving no one behind. This year marks the 24th anniversary of the implementation of universal coverage in Taiwan. Our national health insurance system has been praised as one of the world's best. It offers a full spectrum of essential high-quality health services ranging from prevention and treatment to rehabilitation and palliative care, covering 99.9% of Taiwan residents and boasting a satisfaction rate of 86.5%. The system is extremely efficient. Medical expenditures in Taiwan account for a mere 6.3% of GDP, which is low by OECD standards. Our system also has very low administrative costs, less than 1% of its total budget. Taiwan's national health insurance system was ranked 14th in the 2017 Global Access to Healthcare Index by The Economist and 9th in the 2018 Healthcare Efficiency Index by Bloomberg Finance. Clearly, Taiwan has been a pioneer in the Indo-Pacific in providing affordable universal health coverage. We are ready to share our experiences with the global community. However, under pressure from the People's Republic of China, Taiwan is currently excluded by the WHO from the Global Health Network. Inviting Taiwan to participate in the WHO will be consistent with WHO's espousal of health for all. It will also allow Taiwan to make even greater contributions to advancing universal health coverage and implementing the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Achieving health for all is an increasingly interconnected world, in particularly challenge. The movement of infectious diseases affects both human health and the economy. Global epidemics such as African swine fever offer clear examples. This severe viral disease has already impacted the economies of many countries, and its mutations could even affect humans in the future. Facing such challenges, Taiwan has continued to make efforts to contain epidemic diseases. Last month, we introduced the first African swine fever rapid test kit in Asia. In just 10 minutes, this kit can diagnose if a live hog has contracted the disease. Moreover, in 2013, we confirmed the first human case of H6N1 avian influenza and immediately shared its genetic information with the international society. While some countries have tried to conceal epidemic outbreaks, Taiwan would never make policy choices to disguise epidemics, and that endanger the health of people around the world. Taiwan is a major transport hub, Northeast and Southeast Asia. If it is unable to fully participate in the global health system, any disease outbreak in the region could quickly affect the rest of the world. Taiwan's participation in the WHO and the WHO is a matter of health, not politics. The PRC's efforts to interfere with Taiwan's participation in the WHO are unjustifiable and jeopardize global health cooperation. This year, the WHO has highlighted 10 global health threats. Most nations must consider challenges like infectious disease outbreaks, drug-resistant pathogens, non-communicable diseases, environmental pollution, climate change, and humanitarian crisis. Yet, it is impossible for countries to overcome such health challenges alone. Taiwan also requires coordination with the WHO to counter these threats. At the same time, the World Health community needs ready and willing partners, such as Taiwan, to build a more robust and resilient global health system. Participation in WHO activities will allow Taiwanese health professionals to share experiences with their foreign peers, report and receive disease prevention information in a timely manner, and make significant contributions to health worldwide. We sincerely appreciate the support extended by diplomatic allies and like-minded countries to Taiwan's meaningful participation in the WHO. To echo the World Health Day and the Walk the Talk event, we call on our citizens at home and abroad to support Taiwan's participation in the WHO by jointly accumulating 24 million steps, which equals the distance from Taipei to the WHO in Geneva. With the number of steps accumulated so far, we could walk back and forth from Taipei to Geneva several times. This shows our people's strong desire to participate and contribute to the global health system. Health is a fundamental human right, and the voice of the Taiwanese people should be heard. We believe all people should benefit from the WHO and its related mechanisms and meetings. The whole world will be healthier, fairer, and safer when global health endeavors include Taiwan. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Minister Chen. Next, I would like to invite legislator Dr. Qiu Taiyuan to give us a few words.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, all the good friends of Taiwan from around of the world. The 72nd World Health Assembly has begun since this morning. Despite our efforts in expressing our intention to participate through official and non-official channels, we feel disappointed that Taiwan will not be invited. As president of Taiwan Medical Association and a member of our Congress, I reiterate our belief, health for all, Taiwan can help. Taiwan is the forefront of medicine, biotechnology, and public health. Our healthcare system accreditation in the first in Asia and the first globally. We have the best palliative care. The quality of death index in Taiwan is ranked first in Asia and sixth in the world. Taiwan has an advanced network of primary care, health care and family physicians that deliver people-centered, family-based, community-oriented health care. The long-term care policy earned praise by the Economist magazine as the second health nation in the world. Since 1996, Taiwan has invested $6 billion of aid in international health activities, helping millions of people in more than 80 countries. Taiwan is a global leader in medical care, and we are willing to share with the rest of the world. We urge the World Health Organization to invite Taiwan to the World Health Assembly so we can contribute to the health and well-being of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Legislator Dr. Qiu. Next, I would like to invite Ambassador Dr. Wu Yundong to share his viewpoints.
Ladies and gentlemen, Good afternoon. I'm a Dr. Wu. I have been a practicing physician for more than 50 years. Today, as a senior medical professional, I would like to express our strong desire to participate in global health affairs. Back to 1970, when I finished my resident training in 1970, I have the chance to attend the tuberculosis training program hosted by WHO at that time in Tokyo, Japan. At that time, I felt how important and necessary it is to participate in WHO and to cooperate with other countries. At that time, Taiwan's health experts could attend all WHO meetings and activities. However, for the last decades, there has been broad suppression of Taiwan's participation in international organizations, which has left Taiwan excluded from WHO's global health mechanism. That is unfair. For the past decades, Taiwan's excellence in healthcare has been highly praised by the international society. In the spirit of Health Without Borders, health professionals from Taiwan have actively participated in other professional medical organizations and provided clinical services, health promotion, and personnel training in every corner of the world, overcoming health challenges together with other countries. Today, we again call on the WHO to invite Taiwan to return to the WHO to contribute to the health and welfare of the people around the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Wu. The next two speakers will represent voice from Taiwan civil society. And the first, I would like to invite Dr. Cai Mingxian, President of Taiwan UN Alliance, to give us a few words.
My name is Michael Cai. I have studied law, international law and human rights law in Taiwan and the United States, and I have practiced law in New York and California State Bar. I'm not still teaching the international law and human rights law in Taiwan. This morning, I and some other friends, we are invited to participate in the open ceremony of WHO. In that occasion, this morning, Secretary General of WHO, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, he said again and again, the main theme of the WHO to this year is health for all, leaving nobody behind. But 23 million people in Taiwan, we are leaving behind. As our Minister CHEN said that for the last 3 years, we have not received the invitation from WHO Secretary. Why is Taiwan a matter for not being invited for this important WHO Assembly? Number one, WHO Charter says that everyone in the world has a right to access the public health. We are matter. We are not invited, although we haven't participated and contributed a lot to the world, and yet we are not invited. Why Taiwan is matter? Taiwanese people is matter because 23.5 million Taiwanese people, they are they are seeking for be invited to this international health assembly. 84.4% of total population polled. We are not invited against our people's aspiration to join WHO. Why Taiwan's matter? Because health assessment is not a privilege. It is a basic human right, is it? It's a basic human right. The United Nations Universal Human Rights Convention, you can look into the charter itself. Every citizen in the world has a right for self-determination for their economic, political, and social rights. It is not a privilege, but it's basic human right for everyone. Why Taiwan is a matter for not being invited for last 3 years? Because of China. Only country object our participation in the WHO. Therefore, we strongly protest to the China very rude, unjustifiable political intervention against the health for all, leaving nobody behind. Therefore, on behalf of the NGO from Taiwan, 100,000 of the Taiwanese people, we are humbly, with respect and humanity, we are seeking for your support. If not this year's, from today on, next year's. Minister CHEN, I'm quite sure you'll be invited. Thank you very much. Give me a 30 seconds. That's advertising. A group of young Taiwanese medical doctors, scholars, researchers, students, medical students, they have published the Global Health Diplomacy, deal with every aspect of the public health in Taiwan, what we are doing, what we can contribute to the world. If you like a copy, you have on the way out, you can ask for a copy. And also there's open letter we sent to the Secretary General WHO and also to the 193 country they participate this WHO. They are respective officers. Open letter tell the reason why Taiwanese people is seeking for the invitation to join this diplomacy. This open letter also can pick up on the way out. Thank you again. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Tsai, for a very inspirational talk. The next speaker is also a very dedicated fighter for Taiwan's inclusion into WHA and WHO, Dr. Lin Shijia, CEO of Foundation of Medical Professionals Alliance in Taiwan. Dr. Lin, please.
I'm the Executive Director of the Foundation of Taiwan Medical Professionals Alliance in Taiwan. And our foundation promote Taiwan join the WHO more than 25 years. 25 years. The first time I came to Geneva is 1997, so long time ago. Our foundation holds the spirit of protecting health rights to Taiwanese people and defending the sovereignty of Taiwan. We have been dedicated ourselves to campaign or promoting Taiwan join WHO for more than 25 years. We sustain the efforts made by our forerunners. The visibility and the support for the very issue has reached all-time high from all over the world in recent years. World Health Organization is not China Health Organization. And Taiwan is definitely not part of China. Taiwan is not part of China. As China assumes that they can handle Taiwan issue in also also Rotarian waves. It seems that they do not understand that. The more the suppressed us, the stronger the support from all over the world to support Taiwan more stronger. As the WHO has been ignoring the basic health, basic rights of 23 million Taiwan people, which is against the spirit of the constitution of WHO. Taiwan's people are strongly protesting the WHO for this anti-conditional behavior. During these 25 years, we never changed our position. Taiwan Medical Professional Alliance, we want to let our long-term goals is to enable Taiwan to be a WHO member under the name of Taiwan. As the middle-term goal, we promote the pacing of an accepting Taiwan to be a WHO observer resolution. We promote this because we say that we want to normalize our participation, normalize Taiwan's participation in WHO, and not just only in World Health Assembly. Last but not at least, our short-term goal is to call for the WHO to face the risks that was caused by the exclusion of Taiwan, and according to WHO's mission, WHO should let Taiwan join WHO for meaningful participation in global health body, global health affairs. Thank you for your attention. 25 years, we still locked outside the World Health Organization. It's unfair to Taiwan people.
Thank you, Dr. Lin. Next, we'll hear voice from overseas Taiwanese civil organization. First, I'd like to invite Dr. Alex Chiu Junjie, the president of North American Taiwanese Medical Association, to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alex Chiu, behalf North American Taiwanese Medical Association. I am National President Alex Chiu. In this March, I've been invited Dr. Tedros to consider our Taiwanese health issue. We have around 1,000 doctors to sign for it, to do the petition. Second, I wrote a letter to our United American Dr. Azar. He is General Secretary. I've been inviting him to come to visit Taiwan. Actually, he didn't, but he sent his assistant to be there. This is our accomplishment. I'm very happy about it. As you know, Taiwan is one of the safest ranking countries in the world. According their low exposure crime, according their robbery volume is very low. Also, we very high standard of the education. Also, our economic prosperity and our freedom of the speeches. I'm proud of I'm a Taiwanese. Even I am the American for 40 years, but day and night, I still think about our motherland country, Taiwan. Sometimes my tear drops. Why our country, people cannot unite together, all competed, protect inside and competed outside from our enemy. Why these two parties always against each other? Have some this kind of health issue, is everybody knows. we have our adjustment. We should be protected. We should not fight for it. Only our enemy is China. Think about it. It's an awkward situation. Just let everybody disrespect them. Just let everybody blame on them. I'm very happy we have more and more countries to supporting us. Like this year, American, they're more supporting us than even signed a contract for 40 years relationship aid. We are very happy Japan stand up to protecting us, German, Australia, etc. I'm happy. I know one day we will stand up. And we will stand up just like me here. And we will say, Taiwan will be won for this health issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cho. The final speaker of today's press conference will be Dr. Gilbert Shi-Long, President of Honor of Association of Cooperation for Young French Taiwanese. And I want to make a housekeeping note that Dr. Shi is actually very fluent in French, but for the sake of a broader understanding of this arena, I asked him to rather speak in Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, and our English translator will translate that into English language. Thank you, Dr. Shi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Shi. I come from French. My English is very bad because a French man speak English. Some Cantonese speak Mandarin. Now I speak Mandarin myself. 我是来自法国的，世龙。那然后刚才我上台上来的时候呢，人家跟我说时间只有1分钟，说2句就可以了，不要说太多。那我觉得现在我说已经超过1分钟，2句话已经超过了。我是在法国45年了，那我一直觉得我们台湾这个国家2350万所有的台湾同胞，这个人数不是一个很小的人数，我们可以占0.3% 世界上的人数，我们不是一个很小的国家，所以呢，我们一直受到中国大陆的打压，不让我们参与这个卫生组织，他一直把我们的权利剥走。
不要太长，翻译。那天我们是全部一起翻，我们会全部一起翻。对，您先讲完，对，您先讲完，对。
把我的权利剥走，我们有没有权利？最重要的一个人生是什么？就是自己的健康。我们国家今天的卫生发展是非常在这个 technology 能力来说都很发展，任何事情都很发展。但是呢，我们就现在不能参与这个组织，因为中国它一直把我们的国家政治化，把那个卫生政治化，一直说我们是属于他们的，我们要听他们的。但是我觉得他们没有任何理由可以代表我们台湾，因为我们台湾到目前来说，中国大陆没有收过我们台湾1毛钱的税。我们有我们自己的钱，自己的总统，我们不属于他们的。但是他们一直要控制我们，我觉得这个是比较说不过去。所以我希望呢，我们大家每年都要努力争取，怎么样可以把我们台湾参与这个国际卫生组织，为我们2350万的同胞来表达我们自己国家的健康，也可以接受外来的一些医疗的方案，让我们国家能够了解多一点。谢谢大家。
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Shih-Long. I am from France. I've stayed for 45 years in France. I have always felt that the 23.5 million people of Taiwan, it is not an insignificant number. It is actually 0.3% of the world population. But for over the years, due to China's suppression, we have not been allowed to participate in the World Health Organization. China has taken away our right to do that. Health is a fundamental basic human right, and Taiwan's advanced health development can make us contribute to the world. However, we have been unable to participate due to China's politicization of this issue. They claim that Taiwan belongs to China. However, they have no right and they have no reason to represent Taiwan. China does not collect tax revenue from Taiwan, and we have our very own president. They have been trying to control us over the years, but we will continue to work each and every year to speak up, to make sure that our voice is heard, and to strive to participate in the World Health Organization. We do that to learn and exchange from others and also to share our experiences in the area. Thank you very much.
Okay, after our ministers and distinguished guests sharing of their thoughts, now the floor is open to our journalists. Okay, the first lady who has raised her hand.
Yes, hello. Actually, those microphones work, you know, if you press the button. Sorry, just thought I'd be helpful. Welcome, Dr. Chen. I have 2 questions for you, please. The first is, have you or anyone else from your administration reached out personally to Dr. Tedros and asked to see him and to speak one-on-one with him about your issues and why it is that you, once again, are being banished from the World Health Assembly? Then my second question is, you said in your remarks that Taiwan's participation in the World Health Assembly would be beneficial to global health in terms of being able to deal with emerging diseases. You mentioned swine flu now, there has been SARS in the past, and so on and so forth. Right now, one of the big health issues in the world, well, actually it's in Africa, but it could go further, is the Ebola epidemic, which for a variety of reasons of insecurity and so forth, is in danger of running out of control. Has Taiwan offered its expertise to participate in the work of trying to combat this disease? You're very good about being able to protect the individuals and so forth. And if so, what has the response been from the World Health Organization and from the Democratic Republic of Congo to your offer, if indeed you made an offer?
部长好，我们这边美国之音有2个问题想要提问。第一个问题是请教部长，您是否有亲自或者是卫福部的人员有亲自向世界卫生组织的干事长谭德赛先生亲自来表达台湾的这个诉求，讨论为什么台湾再一次被拒绝在世界卫生大会之外。那么第二个问题是您提到台湾参与世界卫生大会对于全世界的健康医疗有所帮助，那么特别是应对新兴的疾病，比如说非洲猪瘟或者是之前发生过的 SARS。那我们现在面临的一个很大的医疗的问题目前是在非洲比较严重的就是伊波拉病毒的爆发。那么这个情况很有可能会失控。那么我想要请教台湾有没有提供专业的协助来帮助非洲刚果一起对抗伊波拉病毒？那么如果有的话，世界卫生组织有没有做出任何的反应，或者是刚果共和国他们有没有回应台湾的这个协助的帮忙
Thank you. Unfortunately, we have no chance to contact with the Tedros, but I have written some letters to Tedros to protest this kind of situation, but we didn't receive any news from the WHO. The second, about Ebola, we combat with Ebola last year. We come back from WHO, we come back to Taiwan. Our president announced we will donate $1 million to combat Ebola. But this donation, even this donation didn't accept by the WHO. So it's very pity in our situation. We want to do something, but WHO didn't accept us to do something for the world.
Just a quick follow-up. Are you essentially saying that the World Health Organization and Dr. Tedros perhaps in particular are in the pocket of China?
请教部长，那您这边是不是在表示世界卫生组织甚至是谭德赛干事长，他其实是受到中国政府的控制了呢？
Maybe it's true, but I didn't say it's true.
I would like to. I'm from United States Pacific Times from Los Angeles. I'd like to ask Minister Chen this question. You said that we have been putting all effort for past 15 years to get into WHA, but it looks like we make it 2 steps ahead and then 1 step back. We have been always seems to stay on the same time, the same place, and it sounds like it should be handled, should be treated as a political issue instead of health issue. But once Taiwan's political party, it seems it depends on which political party is in power. So if this cannot be treated consistently, it looks like Taiwanese people's effort will be staying on the same place. We will be repeating this kind of struggle over and over. So is there any way that Taiwan, the government and the people can stand on the same position? So maybe Taiwan's inside this, the position has to be consistent so that we could tell the world that this is what we want. Is there some way that Mr. Chen could answer my question? Thank you.
请教部长，我们每一年都来这边做同样的事情，有时候感觉是前进2步后退1步，好像没有任何的进展。那我认为在这方面，我们台湾的政府以及人民应该要立场一致，一致对外，向世界宣称我们的诉求。那在这方面，不知道部长有什么样的回应？要该怎么做才能在参与世界卫生组织或世界卫生大会有所进展？
你问这个问题实在是太复杂了，我没有办法用英文来跟你回答。那是一方面，在台湾的政治里面有它症结的一部分那端看于我们对于主权的认知到多深那我们认为说，参加 WHA、参加世界的组织非常重要，但是我们主权也是一步不能让。中共没有权利来决定台湾是否要参加。 中共也没有权利来决定说台湾到底用什么名义来参加。那我可以代表政府讲说，我们的态度就是在主权上一步我们也不能让。
That is a very complicated question, so I answer in Chinese. This is indeed a very difficult issue in Taiwan because it involves politics and it involves our identification as well as our idea of Taiwan's sovereignty. It is very important for us to participate in the WHO or the WHA. However, we cannot yield in terms of our sovereignty. The CPC, China's CPC, has no right to decide on how or whether we can participate, and they have no right to decide on under what name we can participate in the WHO or WHA. So it is very important that we do not yield at all to China in terms of Taiwan's sovereignty.
Okay, any other questions from the journalists? Yes, please.
Yes, I have a few. My name is Lionel Faton. I'm the correspondent here for the Japanese news agency, Kyodo Tsushin. I have a few. My colleague asked you about whether you tried to reach Dr. Tedros regarding the participation. I will have the same question, whether you have tried to reach China itself. In other words, trying to find a compromise. Because I understand the situation. I mean, we all understand it's extremely political, but we also understand that the point is that health is also a transnational issue in which everybody should participate, try to tackle it. And I'm wondering whether you have tried actually to have the hope to find something, a solution with China. And then I will have other questions.
这边共同社的日本共同社的提问，就刚刚我的同事也有提到，台湾政府这方面有没有亲自跟谭德赛总干事有联系？那除了这个之外，我想要问的是，有没有台湾政府方面有没有向中国联系，要找到一个共识？因为我知道，当然这是一个非常具有政治化的问题，不过我们也知道，健康医疗问题它是跨国界的，需要所有的国家都参与才能够解决。所以我想要了解的是，台湾这方面有没有向中国联系，试图取得一个共识来解决这个议题？
台湾政府从来不反对跟中国取得联系，基本上尤其在健康防疫的议题，我们都希望能够建立共识，对两岸的人民的健康有所保护。
The government of Taiwan has never objected to reaching out to China, especially in terms of health and disease prevention. We hope to reach a consensus in order to better protect our people, the people on both sides of the strait.
但是我没有办法接受健康议题跟政治议题的混淆。
However, we find it unacceptable to mix health issues with political issues.
我们非常愿意在没有政治前提的前提下，来进行我们双边对于健康的对话。
We are willing to sit down for talks on health and for discussion on health without political preconditions.
You have a second question?
Yeah, I have a follow-up on that. Thank you for the answer. Just a follow-up. Have you, I understand you're ready to sit down without precondition to talk about health, but have you already, at the working level, at the lower level, tried to discuss with Chinese being in Beijing or in Taipei, saying we are ready? Have you already sent this message informally to China, or is it the first time?
这边有一个问题是，您刚刚提到愿意坐下来谈，那么这个是在哪一个层级？是不是比较工作层级方面比较不是那么高层的，已经有向中方表达意愿，希望能够进一步来讨论。不管是透过比如说是透过非正式的方式，让他们知道我们有这样的意愿。
所以我在这里也可以再度的重申台湾政府的态度，在没有政治前提的前提下，我们愿意对于健康议题做广泛的交谈，不管是高层级或低层级，或是任何的层级，我们都愿意来谈，因为健康是基本人权。
I want to reemphasize the posture of the government of Taiwan, and that is we are willing to sit down for talks at any level on health issues, but that is without any political preconditions.
Okay, now just my second question, and then I shut my mouth. I was wondering regarding Japan. One of the panelists said, welcome Japanese coming out, supporting Taiwan participation in WHA. To be honest, I was surprised when Japan came out because of a matter of timing. I mean, it's not necessarily the good time for Japan to do something that China may not like, right? I mean, the situations between the two countries are somehow improving after years of problems. So I was wondering how you explain Japan backing Taiwan today. In other words, I don't want to be realistic, but I am, so I have to be honest with you. What did you offer to Japan?
我这边有一个提问是，您刚刚在台上的长官有提到说，日本这次有表达支持台湾的参与。老实说，我个人听到这个消息蛮惊讶的，因为我觉得这个时机点非常的微妙。我认为日本在这个时候选择做一个可能中国会不太乐见的事情，是有一点微妙的，因为两国的关系，中日的关系在这近几年来，可以算说是有一点进展，有一点改善。那我想要问的是，台湾这方面是不是有提供日本什么样的一些好处或者是利益？你要如何解释为什么日本会选择在今年公开的支持台湾加入 WHA 或者是 WHO？
对于日本对于台湾的支持，我从来不怀疑啦。那不过 公开来讲，我也是有一点惊讶。
I have never doubted Japan's support for Taiwan, but I feel the same as you. I was also very surprised to see them publicly declare their support for Taiwan.
那台湾跟日本长久以来，都有在人民的相对的情感，所以不管是在贸易也好，在观光也好，或者急难的救助，我们都有长期的合作。
Taiwan and Japan enjoy very close relations, close people-to-people, trade, tourism relations, and also in terms of disaster relief. We have a very good relations with Japan.
我们是日本为亲密的朋友，那日本也看待我们是一个友善的国家。
We are a close friend of Japan, and Japan views us as a close friend as well.
所以我当然在这里也希望日本未来把这样的一个台湾跟日本的情谊能够发挥出来，也大声讲出来，让大家知道。
I do hope that in the future, Japan will continue to stand by us and continue to speak up for Taiwan.
Yeah, my colleague inspired me with his question. So I would like to ask Dr. Chen, in what way or ways has the United States been supporting Taiwan? The U.S. administration isn't afraid of fighting with China, I've noticed.
我受到了我同事的启发，我这边也想要问一下，请教一下陈部长，这个美国是以什么样的方式来支持台湾？我们知道，美国现任的政府他非常勇于跟中国，不管是起冲突或者是在怎么样，他们的作为比较的大胆一点。
我想大家问的问题越来越辛辣哈。几乎是我卫福部长已经快要没有办法回答的问题了哈。
These questions are getting a bit sensitive for me, to be honest. I'm not sure that I will be able to answer them as the Minister of the Ministry of Health and Welfare here.
那不过我也愿意来讲，就是说跟美国的关系里面，当然我们长期跟美国也维持非常好的关系。那美国也希望我们能够在这个区域里面，不管是在防疫或相关的医疗的救助，我们都能够尽我们在国际社会的一份的力量。那我们也非常乐于在上面发挥台湾的意味实力。
As for our relations with the U.S., they are very positive. We have good relations, and the U.S. also wishes Taiwan to be able to play our role in the region in terms of disease prevention and medical assistance. And we are also very happy we want to be able to contribute to that.
Okay. Although we are running out of time, I would like to see if there's any hands raised from the journalist. Okay, if no, I want to thank all the participants and also journalists. I see a much broader interest from the press community this year for our participation in WHA. And also I want to thank you for all the time and the effort you spent, and also thank the Geneva Press Club for your logistic support. Thank you very much.